Skål everybody, and welcome back for another video. Today, a little different. So a little while ago, we managed to get 2,500 subscribers on this channel. First of all, thank you very much for that. Thank you very much. Like right now, when I'm recording this video, we're over 4,000 already. So I honestly don't know what hit me, but apparently you like what I do. So I asked you, what would be some interesting questions? What would you like me to ask? Like, is there anything personal that you want to know? So I did get some questions, more than I actually thought, because hey, it's still a really young channel, so I don't think that people are that invested in me yet that they have really personal questions. But we got some, and let's just have at it, right? I don't know how to do a Q&A, so let's just have at it and answer some of them. I am guessing he is actually asking that because I put a little He-Man reference in one of the videos. Yes, I did. A lot. They're old, but so am I. So, yes, I did. Hey, it's a superhero! It's a superhero with a magic sword. What's not to like as a kid, right? And I kind of still like it. I have not. All I know about Norse mythology is what I got from either the history lessons when I was a kid, or simply from looking them up myself. And there's a few like books that I really like to read. I mainly read fantasy that actually use Norse mythology quite a lot. One of them being the Bible, by the way, but that's not the book I read a lot. Like for instance, Lord of the Rings. They talk about Dwalin and Durin in those books, and these are actually dwarfs from Norse mythology. Like, they took them straight up. So I kind of like that. No, but most of what I learned is simply because of interest. So we have books, history lessons that I got when I was younger, a lot younger. Don't talk about it. And from simply looking it up. All praise Google. Pisces by Ginger. And I haven't seen a video, but I know the song Twilight of the Thunder God by Amon Amarth, because Amon Amarth is one of my favorite bands. So I would love to do a react to it, to both of these songs, but I can't because I already know them. That is the easiest answer I could give you. Live Aid, Queen, 1986. I was born, I was 4, but Queen is like, Freddie Mercury is my all-time hero. I can't see him live. Same goes for the Beatles, by the way. Queen is number 1. Not too many, actually. Hunterpop and Fields of Rock, basically. That's what I have been to. I really want to go to Viking, but I haven't had the opportunity yet. So, no. And I want to go to Lowlands. I think that's another... Oh! What festivals are still on your bucket list? Well, there you go. I don't have a top 3 because I went to 2. Well, it would still be Viking, so I'm going to disregard that last little comment. I think Viking or Lowlands. Ooh, rock for them as long as I can remember, simply because I grew up with, well, if you want to call it rock, I don't know. I grew up with the Beatles and then obviously real rock, Queen, because my father was really into both of them. But the biggest band that we played and what was played the most was Queen. So I have been interested in rock for a long time. So as a teen, I really already liked Queen a lot, and then I walk in on my dad and he's listening to to a song. I'm like, dude, what the hell is this noise? And a few later years on, I found that song myself, found the band myself, and I was really into it. And my father had a glorious good time because he remembered that one incident where I walked down and said, what the hell is this noise? And then now I'm listening to the band myself. It was Deep Purple. And that, well, that was like built up upon, basically. So I started listening to things like AC/DC, Iron Maiden, and Metallica. That was all built up. My brother was a little bit ahead of me. He's younger, but he was a little ahead of me on metal music, and he started listening to bands like Dimmu Borgir, and at some point he was listening to Cradle of Filth. And the song is Nymphetamine. I remember that. At that moment, and I think that was in 2000 to 2005, somewhere in there, I found metal. And at some point, we started listening to the same band, and that was Children of Bodom. Children of Bodom was my gateway band into metal, and that's when things happened. Yes, with my brother to Children of Bodom and After Forever. So there you go. I knew of Floor. Never followed up on her, and I should have, because now Nightwish, damn. I'm not sure I have. Let's check it.
Two hours later.
I have a favorite. Does that count? Princess of the Universe by Queen. You're welcome. I'm Dutch. I'm from the Netherlands. And if you doubt it, ja, dan kan ik er ook niks aan doen. I think we already answered that. It's Queen. The artist that has inspired me the most has either been Floor or Freddie Mercury. Because Freddie Mercury had a mindset of fuck it, I'm going to have fun, which is I think it's an important mindset that you should have, as long as you do it with respect and with regards to the people around you, which he sometimes didn't. So yeah, but no. And Floor, I think Floor went to a similar thing I did. What I got from you guys is that she was fighting a burnout and a form of depression, maybe, I don't know, as well. And she got over it, and she's in the most amazing band that I have found to date. Yes, I did read a lot about it at school, as I was always more of a history buff in school. I always loved the subject, and I really wanted to do something with it. I actually wanted to be an archaeologist at some point, and I honestly don't know why I didn't pursue it. I think because I thought it would require too much of me, which in hindsight I would have been able to take, because I'm not a dumb guy, to be fair. So what do you like when you were a kid, right? What I liked as a kid were good stories, and Norse mythology is filled with them. So it had a certain attractive flair to it from the very beginning. And as soon as you dive into that a little more as an adult, then you see symbolism, and you see a certain connection to nature and to history, and it's just really attractive. And yes, I read a lot about that in school. So it only held on, and it was sort of brought back into life for me when I was a little bit older, and people started to call me Viking because of the beard and my interest in mythology. So it just, well, the fires were lit again, basically. There's two options, and I'm not really sure which one I would be picking. I think the last, but let's see. The first option that I would have would go back to 1986 and go to Live Aid and see Queen perform live, because that would make my century, my millennia, whatever. But The other thing I've been really interested in as a kid already was dinosaurs. I would really like to go back and see what they really looked like, and to see how tall they were, and to see them move in real time, basically. So that's something that I would do, and I think I would pick the last, actually. Because, come on, dinosaurs. I'm too old. My mind says 24. My passport says 38. Thanks, Dad. That's a good question, and I've often wondered it myself. No, I was watching somebody react to Pisces, Ginger, and that one being Tanked Attack, and he had such a good time, and I really liked his emotions when he was doing it, his facial expressions. It just made me smile. And when something makes me smile in the times where I'm actually like in therapy for depression and burnout and anxiety, I'm like, this is a good thing. And it reminded me of how special music actually is for me, and that music has always helped me when I was down and depressed, and when I was in trouble. It always helped me. So what better way to learn about new music and find awesome new bands than to do something like this and get you guys to actually tell me what you think is really special. It's the best time I ever had. But this is a question that I get quite a lot. People are often wondering why I call myself a Viking. I'm not calling myself a Viking. My friends called me Viking a long time ago, a few years ago, simply because of the long beard, and it usually is braided because of, well, comfort, basically, because you don't like snag it, or when my kids hug me, I don't get yanked down. It's usually why it's in a braid, and that just reminded people of a Viking, and having interest in Norse mythology didn't help. So people started calling me Viking. So it's basically me saying I'm not a Viking. That's why my titles are Viking Reacts To and not a Viking Reacts To. It's very subtle, I know. But that's why I do it. And that's why my channel is called Viking Reacts, because I am called Viking. So, Viking Reacts. Yes, I must, and I will. Soon. Keep counting, dude. So I thought a lot about this question, and I think my answer would have to be Great War. Because that spoke a lot to me, and I really liked the online performance. Like, the stage was set up so well for like a visual representation of the actual war. It was just awesome, and it tells a really important story. So I think Great War would have to be number one, but I have close seconds and a third. So I have a favorite book series. Does that count? If you're wondering, my favorite book series is The Wheel of Time, soon to be an Amazon show, by the way. So I'm curious to see what they will turn it into, because I have read those books. There are a lot of them. I think there's 14 books of them, and I was reading them when the last ones weren't written yet, as the original author died at some point and he was replaced by somebody else. But I've read them at least 8 to 10 times, because I read them every year since I started reading them, because I love them so much. I'm gonna drop down for a sec and show you. It's just the total badassery of Vikings that attracts me. It has a Not necessarily a mindset, because there was rape and plunder and pillage and whatnot, but they were also really good at trading. But some of their mindset really appeals to me. And as I said, not the things that wouldn't be socially acceptable right now, right? But there were a few things that really speak to me. So, that. I don't know about you. To me, this felt very awkward to talk without a headset, without a cap, and without anything to react to. This was a bit weird to me, but I hope you enjoyed. If you have more questions, by all means, let me know in the comments. And I'll see you in the next one. Just don't forget to like, subscribe, and get notified for next videos in my journey, and I will see you in the next one. Only one more thing to say. Viking out. Peace.